Alright, so welcome back to the VIP Lounges, everybody. Today we got some pretty big news regarding PUBG, and as always, PUBG good, Fortnite bad. Smash a like if you agree with this message, dislike if you disagree. I want to know your opinions, but not only that, we also have a little bit of sad news regarding GTA 6. Now, if you're rolling in Benjamins, it's not gonna be a sad news for you because you're gonna be pretty hyped and you're gonna be pretty happy, and to some extent, I'm not sure if it's really a sad news. I mean, I'm gonna let you know why I say it's a sad news, but I feel like that some people will find it pretty good, others will be like, nah, I'm not really feeling it, and some people will be like, okay, you know, just give us something good and I'm gonna take it. But I want to actually get right into this news. Now, PUBG, a new PUBG game is actually in the works. Pretty shocking, and I never played PUBG in my life, but I did watch a little bit of gameplay regarding it, and I gotta say, man, PUBG good, Fortnite bad. I feel like that a ton of people who love battle royale games in 2019 are gonna really like this, and also a ton of people who play PUBG are also gonna find this news pretty insane. And I gotta say it myself that we actually heard this. I mean, quote, "The next Player Unknown's Battleground game is in development. The game publisher has announced this as yet untitled game is being made by a new studio named Striking Distance, which has appointed ex Call of Duty and Dead Space dev Glen Schofield as CEO." And man, that's a pretty massive news, because if you guys do not know, Glen Schofield said this, quote, "The only thing I can say now is that I'm not working on a sequel to PUBG, but an original narrative in the PUBG universe." And if you guys do not know who Glen Schofield is, bro, this person was working and effing with the Activision department, but it looks like that they kind of promoted him from being a game dev to actually work with Activision, work with them Benjamins, right? And I feel like that, I'm only gonna assume here, I feel like that he wanted to stay as a game dev, so for him it was like a demotion there. He didn't want it to, you know, work on the business side, or maybe he did, I'm not sure. This is just me assuming things, but obviously he left Activision a while ago, and it looks like that he just didn't like working there, and he wanted to be a game dev. And a ton of people have told me that when they were flown out to play like early DLCs and stuff, and they met Glen Schofield, he felt like a pretty passionate guy, right? He seems like he was all about working on video games, so he left Activision, and now he is gonna be working on a new PUBG game, which is pretty good, and I'm gonna send good karma to the homies way for sure. But on the other hand though, we're hearing that next GTA and Red Dead could be shorter than previous games. And that's a pretty sad news if you ask me, because every time people are thinking about a next GTA game, they always want it to be bigger and better. And who knows, like, shorter story could mean that it's gonna have a lot of like really good story, plot missions and stuff like that. Maybe they will be a lot more beefier, they might feel a little bit more engaging, who knows, you know? So shorter stories aren't necessarily bad, but obviously when we read it, it feels like a sad news, because let's be real, if you think that GTA 4 was short, then we got GTA 5 that was much bigger. And now obviously if you think GTA 5 is shorter, then you're gonna be anticipating for GTA 6 to be a little bit longer than GTA 5. But now we're hearing, quote, "It's possible that games may be a bit shorter than they were in certain instances," said CEO Strauss while speaking to games industry, and quote, "It's possible that the ability to deliver content on an ongoing basis for a long time after an initial release of a hit would mean that perhaps that initial release wouldn't be as long in terms of number of hours of gameplay as previously had been demanded in a world where that was all you were getting." And basically they are thinking about like producing more DLCs and stuff like that. So let's say GTA 6 comes out, it's shorter than Red Dead 2 and GTA 5, but later down the road we're gonna be getting DLCs. For example, the Ballad of cannot say that word on YouTube, Tony. So we can actually receive DLCs, and that's a good news for someone who wanna actually get DLCs. And I do know that DLCs for Grand Theft Auto is something that has quite a bit of demand. Like, I personally want to be getting more story DLCs if I'm playing GTA games. So for me, it's not really a sad news, but it kind of is, because obviously when the game comes out, it's gonna be a bit shorter, or maybe a lot shorter than previous titles. So yeah, I'm not sure. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm pretty intrigued to hear them, but let me know your thoughts below. Like and subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one.